thousands of parents say their children are addicted to social media. It can leave them trapped in a cycle of endless scrolling that displaces play, sleep, and time with the family. It can harm their mental health. And frankly, parents need our support on this. That is why today, the government has decided to ban social media access for children under 16. It's a big step for our country. And it's fair to say that this decision has been resisted, and it will face resistance from some of the most powerful companies in the world. But we will take them on, and we will win. Because the need for action could not be any clearer. Social media is making our children unhappy and unsafe. And as a parent, as much as a Prime Minister, I just can't let that go on anymore. Because our children deserve better. They deserve a happy, safe childhood in a stronger, fairer.
In Bunia, the epicenter of Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo, businesses are bearing the brunt of the worsening economy. Few people are now socializing for fear of catching the disease that has now rendered several public places, including businesses, closed. People aren't coming here like they used to because some are afraid due to this situation. This has affected our economy compared to how things were before. It's a significant loss of income as a result of this virus, which is affecting our province of Ituri. According to Congolese Health Ministry, the number of confirmed Ebola cases have increased to 782, with 181 deaths. Many Congolese now live in fear of contracting the disease and have instead limited their movements. Among the people we know, there are some who had just gotten married 2 weeks ago. One of the spouses has died of Ebola, and that hurts us. We are staying home to avoid getting sick, but that doesn't mean we can't go out. That's why we go out a little to unwind, because that's good for our mental health too. Although bars and clubs remain open, they are struggling to attract many people. However, the number of cases are believed to be even higher given the late confirmation and poorly equipped hospitals and laboratories in the region. I know the disease is out there. Unfortunately, many people don't believe it yet. There are families who have already lost 2, 3, or even 4 members. Those of us who are still alive must protect ourselves to avoid getting sick and prevent the spread of the disease. Spread by close contact, the deadly viral disease has spread quickly in the vast Congo.
A bungee jumper horrifically plunged to her death after she was thrown off a bridge without a bungee cord, and the entire thing was captured in a shocking video. Maria Eduarda Rodrigues de Freitas fell 130 feet during the terrible incident in Sao Paulo, reported Brazilian outlet Globo. Sickening video posted on social media shows Rodrigues de Freitas being carried toward the edge of the disused skeleton bridge and thrown off it by staff. After she fell, a witness filming is heard pointing to the rope left behind on the ground and shouting, "Guys, the rope." A police helicopter was called, but the 21-year-old died at the scene. Her fiancé was watching as she plummeted to her death, according to police. Rodrigues de Freitas, a physical education and sports management student, posted a message shortly before the jump. "Who is the crazy person who let me jump off a bridge?" she eerily wrote on her Instagram story in a joking tone, reported O Globo. 6 people have been arrested following the incident, including 3 people at the scene of the jump. 2 of the suspects tried to flee and had to be tracked down by a helicopter in the wooded area, according to the military police.
Breaking news in Stafford Township, New Jersey, where police say an ICE agent was struck in a hit and run. Happened around 9:30 this morning on Mermaid Drive. Police say the federal immigration officer was trying to take a suspect into custody, and that agent fired his gun at the fleeing vehicle.
Rise in fuel prices linked to tensions in the Middle East are forcing many fishermen in Mozambique's capital to keep their boats ashore, threatening livelihoods and driving up the cost of living in one of the world's poorest countries. The impact has been felt across the fishing sector, where thousands of families depend on daily catches for survival. We appeal to the countries that are in conflict because these countries don't only affect those countries, they affect the whole world, because this precious liquid doesn't just help Iran, it doesn't just help the United States of America, it helps the whole world. So we appeal to them to sit down and talk so that we can overcome this confusion that is happening, because it affects the world in general. The fuel shortage and higher prices are also affecting fish traders, many of whom rely entirely on daily sales to support their families. When there is no fuel, what the government does affect us so much because our children don't go to school. We don't have money to buy rice or anything else. First, because they're not studying, and we're not doing anything. Our children depend on this place. The effect extends well beyond the fishing industry, with fuel serving as a critical input for transportation and commerce. Economists warn that higher energy costs are likely to drive inflation and further strain vulnerable households. Fuel is the engine of the economy, and when there is a fuel shortage, when its price increases, one thing leads to another. A fuel shortage tends to put pressure on price increases, and this will trigger a chain reaction of increases in the prices of products and services on the market. For now, many fishermen in Maputo remain ashore, waiting for fuel prices to stabilize and hoping that a crisis unfolding thousands of kilometers away will not continue to determine whether they can earn.
The Strait is already partially opened. As you know, they're doing a little hunting for a couple of mines that they've already found, but it's essentially ships are starting to go out now. On Friday it'll be completely open. We got along very well with Iran. It's a different set of leaders. As you know, the first set is gone, the second set is gone, and we found the third set to be very smart, strong, very smart, but we ended up making a deal. I felt badly that we had to go back on the attack for 2 nights. And I thought a third, but we made it before that happened.
China will not be a part of the G7 meetings this week because it's for democratic countries only, but China is expected to be a major topic of discussion. What do you make of the president's praise of President Xi?
Well, certainly we know the Chinese didn't try to run the blockade, but we also know that during the course of the war, they supplied Iran with weapons. And also before the war, we saw a lot of Chinese weapons in the hands of the Iranians. So, for instance, in March, when Iran fired those supersonic anti-ship cruise missiles at the Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group, those were Chinese 3M CM-302s. We also know that China supplied critical targeting data to the Iranians. And, of course, Iranian weapons with a microchip, they are either Chinese microchips or microchips that Chinese intermediaries have sourced for the Iranians. So, yes, they didn't try to run the blockade, but they were very much involved in Iran's efforts to kill Americans.
The obvious other very controversial use of your software, as you all know, is immigration enforcement in the US, which many the world over saw as being brutal and inhumane. What's your view on that? Are you comfortable with your software being used as part of that operation?
The world that you're describing, where I might be uncomfortable with doing that work or Palantir might walk away from doing it, is one where, in effect, unelected, self-appointed bosses of tech companies would be deciding which policies a democratically elected government can or can't pursue. I don't think that's our role.
But at no point when you saw that and saw what was going on and the horror that was felt about that around the world, at no point did that make you and Mr. Karp and people that run this company feel uncomfortable?
Absolutely, of course it did. We had a very live debate internally about it. I think, like everyone who watched those videos that circulated on social media, impossible not to have a visceral reaction to them. But we need to be able to detach ourselves from that and say, whatever, well, whatever I might feel personally, it is not my place to decide whether that policy is correct and whether what happened was lawful or not.
But it is if it's run on your software. You do have a decision. You could say, end of contract.
Well, what would be profoundly undemocratic would be for a company like Palantir to decide unilaterally that it won't support a policy that has widespread democratic support in the United States. I think that would be to undermine the very fabric of Western values, which is built on liberal democracy and the rule of law.
It's almost like that white part is like,
Got a broken leg?
I think so.
Oh my God.
I got her out.
Okay.
I can't get out.
Oh my God.
I tried moving all this stuff. I can't get it out.
All right, hold on. Let me help. Hold on.
Do you want me to hold your camera?
No, it's more important here.
I think it's
This piece here?
This one here. If we can get this, I might be able to slice.
Yeah, here, you want to hold this?
Yeah.
I gotta.
I got one shoe on and the other one on. Yes! Yes!
Okay. Wait. Oh. Wait, which leg? That one?
You think his leg is broken?
Oh my God! This guy struck my lightning right there! Right there! Lightning hit right over here! I don't know. Oh my God, I think I got that on camera.
cars with even their back windows plastic out. Oh my God.